Did you hear about the schools making you charge a credit card for your kids' access to a required education on computers in certain schools? No, but you did just remind me of something I read about the other day. I didn't know this, but school lunches in school, they the students apparently in certain districts can accrue something called lunch debt, I think is what it was called. Hold on. So basically, like the kids, if their parents can't afford lunch for them and they have to get it from the school, they tally up debt for the kids. It's fucking horrific. I had no idea. So hold on. So I was reading about that the other day, and I was stunned. Let me find like an article breaking it down. Like here's a whole article here from April. Students are struggling with school lunch debt. Is this about the students themselves? Because yeah. Like I went to public schools and I didn't have anything like that. I don't know if things are just getting worse or what. Like how is a kid even supposed to pay off his school lunch debt? He legally can't work. Like what the fuck? Get a job, you bum. Yeah, the lunch lady slapping the slop on your tray. They wouldn't let you graduate unless you paid it, and they'd hold your diploma. That is just evil. That is so crazy. So here's an article from the Guardian. Stop penalizing hunger. The push to cancel U.S. school lunch debt. While the U.S. offers free school meals to its poorest students, many who don't qualify still struggle to pay. Some politicians are joining the fight to erase the debt. And apparently they owe, on average, those students owe $180 each year for a national total of $262 million in school lunch debt annually. That's so fucking crazy. Is interest calculated on it? I'm sorry, Junior. You may have paid off your 180 from last semester, but you failed to calculate the interest rates. And inflation, of course. Do you think they'd send people after the kids mafia type shit? Yeah, maybe. The principal's got his enforcers, the hall monitors. I need you to break that kid's kneecaps. He owes over $224 in lunch debt. We gave him 3 Nutri-Grain bars. We forgot to scan him. Is this real? From what I read, this is a very real thing. It's more penalizing the parents for not being able to pay for their kids' lunch. But it also penalizes the kids because then they have lunch debt. Principal calls the Pinkertons on the students. Yeah. That's so wild. I had that happen in middle school, and that was 10 years ago. It was beyond stressful as a kid whose family didn't have much money. Damn, so it's not even that new. I'd never heard of that. Thanks to the Prime back. The shiny pals are still the same color. They're just bigger with better stats. Teaching kids about debt while they're still young. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, indeed. Oh, this also just reminded me of another story I read today. This is like a sad rabbit hole, but this is another thing that I found absolutely abhorrent. I don't remember what it was called. Yeah. So apparently there is a... God, don't make me... Yep, it's not going to let me access it without subscribing. Okay. There's a... Oh my god, all of these are making me subscribe just to get the goddamn article. Okay, I'll just tell you then, since none of these are coming up. There's apparently an individual who keeps getting in trouble for feeding homeless people. And recently, they were trying to, like, fine them $500 for doing it. But none of the jury would do it. So since the jury is not going through with the fine, they keep... Well, I won't say keep, because it's just happened once, I think. They've decided to just redo it. So they said, all right, you guys won't let us penalize them for it? Fine, we'll find new jurors. So they have to keep, they just cycled out the jurors who said no, like we won't do that, in order to find jurors who will just agree to fine them for feeding homeless people. They said they had to reschedule due to the jurors being biased. I mean, the whole point of the jury is to pass the verdict, and they're saying no. But then they're like, that's not the one we wanted. We'll do this again. Oh yeah, that's a big controversy in Houston. I saw a video recently of people literally getting tickets from police for feeding the homeless. That's not exclusive to Houston. That's a lot of places give you a ticket for feeding homeless people now. I see that happening all over the place. There was that recent example of, I think, Ohio, where a church pastor decided to keep his church doors open 24/7 so homeless people could sleep there if they needed a place to stay. And that guy was about to go to, like, jail or something for it. Like, beyond tickets. Thanks, Resub Tomato. I did not see the guy on TikTok handing homeless people parking tickets and giving them court dates. That is downright evil. What would be the crime that he's breaking, though? If you're talking about the pastor, the crime that they're slapping him with, or the one that they slapped him with, was his church is not registered as a place of residence, thus people can't legally sleep there because there's not beds for them. So instead they have to sleep outside on the steps. There's a Perkins 10 minutes away from where I live. Should I go? If you like potato pancakes, fuck yeah. Trying to fix the homeless problem by starving them. I guess so. Like, it's so weird how it feels more frequent now that they're coming after people for trying to help homeless people. What was it? Hold on. Before I talk about it, I think it was Kentucky. Okay, yeah, it was Kentucky. So in Kentucky, they were proposing a new bill. Actually, I don't even know if it's proposed. I think it might have been introduced, because according to this, it says introduced. Kentucky introduced a bill last Tuesday that criminalizes homeless encampments and expands the state's stand your ground law to allow property owners to confront unhoused people with a gun. So you can just fucking attack homeless people with a gun, I guess. So their solution to homelessness is execute them. I don't know if this is proposed or if it's like gone through, but this shit is crazy. Oh, thank you for the membership, Theoatrix. Appreciate that. I hope you're well. I haven't really looked into that one, but I saw that headline and I thought it was Kentucky, and I guess it is. That is a crazy statement. It expands the stand your ground law to confront unhoused people with a gun. Amazing. What a solution.